How instability in the Middle East is impacting how much you pay at the pump and how you can soften the blow.
Plus, full-body MRIs, they are the latest trend in proactive health, pushed by influencers and celebrities. We'll meet the Houston man who says that his scan changed his life.
And an airport waitress sees a mom struggling and takes over the viral story, and how the two women have teamed up to help other women in need. 12 News Daybreak on 12 News Plus starts now. Good morning, Southeast Texas, and happy Friday. Thanks for waking up with Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Tia Johnson.
And I'm Mark Armstrong. 7 o'clock right now. Let's go ahead and get a first look at your weather with meteorologist Jeff Gerber as we take a quick live look here above the 12 News studio in Beaumont on the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. Jeff Gerber standing by with today's weather. And what else, Tia?
He's a dirty dog.
Yes, he is. Hey, Jeff.
Dirty dog?
Dirty dog. Dirty dog.
That's interesting, a dirty dog. Anyway, storms and thunderstorms and rain tomorrow coming in towards southeast Texas. We do have a weather impact alert. Looks like late Saturday going into Sunday will be the heaviest stuff, but we could see some scattered rain throughout the day on Saturday, again on Sunday. There's that chance of severe weather. That's going to be late Saturday where we could see some hail and some gusty winds. Overall, maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain in general across the area. Could be some places getting 3, maybe even close to 4 inches of rain before it's all said and done with late Sunday. So keep that 12 News Plus app open for the weekend and keep yourself updated on what's going on. Of course, we'll be on air and online letting you know what's going on. As we take a look at temperatures to get out the door this morning, generally upper 60s, a few lower 70s here and there. As we go outside, you can see this camera's a little out of focus. Had a little water on the camera earlier, and as we look at our day planner showing temperatures up into the upper 70s and lower 80s, 20% chance of a few showers throughout the day.
All right, Jeff. Well, the conflict with Iran continues to escalate this morning as U.S. and Israeli forces are launching new waves of strikes on Iranian targets.
Officials say the attacks are targeting Iranian infrastructure, mobile missile launchers, and weapons facilities. Fighting has been reported in Lebanon and at least 15 other countries, and the U.S. has closed several embassies in the region. The Department of War says Iran's ability to retaliate has already been reduced by up to 80%. President Trump says U.S. forces are destroying more of Iran's missile and drone capabilities every hour and says he needs to be involved in Iran's selection of a new leader.
I'm once again calling on all members of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, the military and the police to lay down their arms. They're only going to be killed. And now is the time to stand up for the Iranian people and help take back your country.
Meanwhile, Iran continues to strike back. Video released by the country claims to show a missile launch with multiple warheads and explosions were reported at an oil refinery in Bahrain. Thousands of Americans are also trying to leave the area. Officials say about 20,000 have returned to the U.S. since Saturday, including some on charter flights arranged by the State Department.
And drivers across southeast Texas and beyond, they are noticing a big jump at the pump. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of regular gas, it's jumped up nearly 27 cents just in the last week. And experts say that rising crude oil prices, they're all tied to the tensions in the Middle East, and they are helping push these prices even higher.
12 News reporter Spencer Plato spoke with a local mechanic who says there are ways to stretch every gallon.
Some of the best tips you can do is just make sure your car is up to running condition.
A jump at the pump. Earlier this week, we met a couple left doing a double take.
So I turned in and my heart just dropped. And I get right here, it's 269. I almost fell out the truck.
Experts say conflict overseas is the reason for the spike.
The price of oil was generally in the mid-50s. Last week it was in the mid-60s. Now it's $71, $72 a barrel. That fits with our analysis of the price elasticity of demand. If we take about 1 million plus barrels a day off of the global market, the price goes up about 20-25%.
And locally, prices are moving up too. According to AAA in Jefferson County, the average jumped to about $2.74. Orange County sits around $2.74, while Hardin County is close to $2.75. While drivers can't control global oil markets, mechanics say a few simple steps can help improve fuel efficiency.
If your tires aren't aired up properly, you get too much resistance, so it's going to make you use more gasoline.
Scott Kaufman with Turner Automotive recommends keeping up with basic maintenance, from tires to spark plugs and air
Like I said,
filters.
you should be changing an air filter every 10,000 miles. It's cheap. The engine breathes through it. It's like putting a plastic bag over your head. You can't breathe with it. Well, if your air breather's stopped up, your car can't breathe.
He says it's the little things that can spare your wallet.
But in this fast-paced world that we live in, people don't worry about their cars until the check engine light comes on, or they're on the side of the road going, it won't start.
Well, then, that was Spencer Plato reporting. Kaufman also suggests avoiding aggressive driving, like sudden braking and accelerating.
Yeah, he says small changes like that, it can help drivers get more miles out of every gallon. All right, we got an update in the search for Beaumont's next city manager. City officials say 13 candidates have applied for that position. That opening comes as the current city manager, Kenneth Williams, prepares to retire at the end of April. Of course, we're going to keep you posted as the city fills this role. And a growing number of social media influencers and celebrities, they are promoting full-body MRI scans. It's a trend marketed as proactive health.
It's a bit controversial, but Ilona Carson met with a Houston father who says the scan changed his life.
Full-body MRI scans are becoming one of the hottest trends in proactive health, fueled by social media and celebrity endorsements. But for 46-year-old father of 3, Joe Beverly, the scan gave him answers after months of unexplained exhaustion.
I was struggling to get out of bed in the morning. It was hard to run my business. It was hard to interact with my kids and to really just enjoy and live life.
Doctor visits ended with unhelpful information, even inaccurate diagnoses. Then Joe's wife saw a dragonfly MRI scan online and they tried it. Days later, he got the call.
Hey Joe, you've got this one problem with your liver that we need to go get checked out. And that opened up a door to solutions for me.
Further testing revealed double hemochromatosis, a damaging disease that causes your body to absorb and store too much iron. Well, now Joe is being treated and has to give blood weekly and says he is finally feeling like himself again.
I feel better than I did. I mean, it's been a upward trajectory for the last 6 months in my life. I mean, it's gone from not being able to get out of bed to being able to go run with my kids, run my business, and enjoy life again.
Dragonfly co-owners Faith and Robert Shields say their radiation-free MRI scans can look for more than 500 conditions in a 45-minute session.
Prevention is power. That's what we like to see here at Dragonfly. And if you don't know, then you can't treat. And if you're waiting for the onset of symptoms, by that time it might be too late.
Scans can cost anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500. They're not covered by insurance yet, though HSA and FSA funds can be used. Now, these scans are not recommended by major medical groups who warn about false positives and unnecessary anxiety. But despite the pushback, Dragonfly says patients still want answers.
Knowledge is power. You have to know. You have to know what's going on inside, good or bad, because you're going to know. You're going to find out just when it's too late. So let's try to catch everything early.
And Robert believes this kind of proactive imaging is where medicine is heading.
The preventative medicine and longevity is a huge market. It's turned into $1 trillion. They're saying it's going to go to a $3 trillion market.
For Joe, who says he is back to running around with his kids again, this scan gave him clarity he couldn't find elsewhere.
If you have the means to do it, I would do it. It's worth the answers.
That was Ilona Carson reporting, and the last thing he said, if you have the means to do it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I don't know that I have the means to throw down $2,500, but it would seem like I would expect a doctor to recommend it if they can't figure it out another way. But I still think this should be something that should be implemented and everyone get access to.
Absolutely, very active. Again, just costly. All right. 7:09, let's check this out. A small act of kindness at Atlanta's airport is making a big impact.
Yeah, it all started when TGI Friday's waitress Brittany Bell saw a mother struggling. Her young son was about to have a meltdown after a long day of travel. So Bell, she stepped in, scooped him up, carried him around the restaurant, even brought him cherries from the back. The moment was captured on video by the boy's mom, Shalane Kilduff, and it quickly went viral. Now, people, they were so touched, they raised $12,000 for Princess Belle, as the kids now call her.
She was going above and beyond, and I think a lot of parents wanted to support her and rally around her because they also know how hectic and stressful it is to travel with kids. And so everybody just wanted to like show her a generous moment and just give her a blessing.
It actually touched my heart because, you know, we live in a world full of chaos and negativity, and you don't see that much positivity on the internet like that no more unless it's chaotic and full of drama. And it touched me that strangers reached out and like, yeah, I want to help fund you to do something positive in your life.
All right, the story didn't end there. In fact, the mom there, she launched the No Fear Foundation to support mothers facing critical medical diagnosis during pregnancy, and Brittany joined her. Together, they designed a shirt to raise money for moms in need. That's very cool.
She looks so much taller than the little man.
Yeah, she does.
All right.
Coming up, a Silsby cowboy saddles up for his first ride at the Houston Rodeo. How the steer wrestler is grabbing the opportunity by the horns, plus phone calls from your pets and getting paid to eat fast food. Your trending news is coming up.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers, to the pipeline technicians and plant operators, to the chemists, custodians, and contractors, and the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a Power City, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, don't mess with Texas means don't litter.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Welcome back. A man from Silsby is about to take the Houston Rodeo by the horns. 12 News reporter Derek Jones, he's in studio this morning with more on how the local cowboy is competing this weekend. Derek?
Mark, Wyatt Fields has only been steer wrestling for 5 years, winning rodeos across Texas and now competing in the upcoming weekend in the Houston Rodeo.
Grew up actually playing baseball. My dad, he rodeoed for a living, and then one day I got hurt and decided, we're going to try steer wrestling like he did.
You heard that right. 25-year-old Wyatt Fields, who stands at 6'3" and 230 pounds, went from playing baseball to a steer wrestler in the Houston Rodeo.
It was always kind of a thing I wanted to do. If I didn't play baseball for a living, rodeo was kind of the second option.
Fields grew up around rodeo greats like Sid Steiner, Roy Duvall, and even his own father, Texas Rodeo Cowboy Hall of Fame inductee, Brian Fields.
My dad, he rodeoed for a living, so that's where it kind of it come from that, really. Growing up around it, seeing it, everything, the crowds, bright lights. It was just always fun. New city all the time, and it's a heck of a life to live, I think.
After a baseball injury, he started training under his father and his own mentor, Daryl Petrie, who said he knew Wyatt had great potential from the start.
But rodeo it's a tough game, and it's not a everybody thing. Wyatt is definitely one of those few that really wants it. He wants to be good, and well, I won't even say good. He wants to be great.
Although Wyatt has experienced some losses, he has overcame those challenges, winning rodeos in Junction, Wimberley, Angleton, and competed in the UPRA finals in Dallas, all thanks to a support group. Saddling up yet again to compete in the Houston Rodeo.
I'm just obsessed with it. Ever since I started, it's been an obsession with it. You got to go at it every day because the next guy's trying to beat you.
Wyatt's fastest steer wrestling takedown is 3.4 seconds. He will be competing in the Houston Rodeo this Sunday, the 8th at 3 p.m. and on the 9th and 10th at 7 p.m. In studio, Derek Jones, 12 News.
3.4 seconds. I can't even get over to the weather center from here in 3.4 seconds, let alone take down a steer. Anyway, excuse me. Storms late Saturday and Sunday this weekend. We are looking at maybe slight chances of severe weather as far as some gusty winds and also maybe some hail with some of these thunderstorms. So we'll be watching for that. We do have a weather impact alert for the entire weekend because when you're not getting maybe some of the thunderstorms, you'll still be getting some scattered showers. It looks like it's not going to be an all-day thing Saturday and Sunday, be off and on. And it could add up to maybe 1 or 2 inches of rain through Saturday and Sunday. So we'll be watching this weekend. We hope you are too. Download that 12 News Plus app, and we'll keep you updated on what's going on weather-wise. But overall, it looks like a fairly wet weekend with maybe a few breaks here and there for Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures right now in the upper 60s, 69 in Woodville, 69 in Kirbyville, 69 in Beaumont, 68 in Jasper, and then lower 70s like Orange at 70, 71 in Port Arthur, Silsby currently at about 72. Outside, plenty of cloud cover. We've been seeing this, though, almost every morning this week. Cloud cover starts us off. Then we go into more of a partly cloudy, mostly cloudy skies as we head towards the afternoon. That's kind of what we're looking at for today. This is the camera from Packer LaPrade in downtown Beaumont, part of the Roofie 911 Live SkyCam network. Currently showing 71 degrees downtown, humidity at 91% with southeasterly winds at about 4 to 5. And we'll put in a slight chance of rain all the way through the day at 20%. And you can see most of the day will be in the 70s, but for a couple hours, we'll get up into the lower 80s for today. Speaking of showers, there have been a few pop-up showers here and there across East Texas. A lot of this stuff is very light, some of it not even hitting the ground. As we take a look at radar right now, you can see we had some showers showing up on the regional radar, but really not reaching the ground. So we're not seeing anything on the Doppler radar, the close-in view of the radar. So we might see a few sprinkles for today. Futurecast not showing anything, and definitely looking at some warm temperatures for this afternoon. We go from upper 70s by early in the afternoon to the lower 80s through the middle part of the afternoon, and then back into the 70s for this evening. Mostly cloudy skies overnight, and we'll keep that small chance of rain in the forecast going into your Saturday morning, and then those rain chances start to ramp up later on we get into Saturday. So we'll go mostly cloudy today. We'll keep southeasterly winds at 10 to 15 with about a 20% coverage of rain. Temperature's going to be in the lower 80s today for tonight. A lot of upper 60s, some lower 70s, and cloudy skies. We'll keep that small chance of rain overnight. Well, weather impact alert Saturday and Sunday. Once again, I want to remind you, could see some gusty winds and hail, especially late Saturday night. Just stay weather for the weekend, and we'll keep you informed to get you through it. Saturday and Sunday are the red bars there for the weather impact alert. Monday and Tuesday, a lot drier, just a small chance of rain early on Monday. And then another weather impact alert coming in on Wednesday. The pattern changing to a little bit more of a wet one. We'll go with some heavy rain possible on Wednesday as a cold front comes through the area. And on the back side of that front, we'll see slightly cooler temperatures. We go from lower 80s to middle 70s as we head towards Thursday with a small chance of rain on Thursday.
I know that's a lot to keep up with, but luckily we've got the 12 News app.
Yeah, we do.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how you know where the rain is at any given point. No, it's always good to plug that thing.
Yeah.
It saved me a time or two when a cell's like right over top of you there raining on you. It's like, should I stay in right now or is it going to be safe in a little bit? So
lucky for me, you know, Jeff's my best friend, so any inconvenience when it comes to the weather, I just send him a text or call.
We don't all have Jeff on speed dial. Jeff never responds to my text messages.
She is very lucky because I usually
ignore her.
At least 50% of the time, text her right back.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
He does.
It's like 100% more than he texts
Not
me
yesterday.
back.
But leave me alone. I don't work on the weekends.
You guys love each other. We all know it. All right, thank you, Jeff. Bluebonnets, they are starting to bloom across Texas. And these pictures, they were taken in northwest of Austin. They typically bloom from March to mid-May, so you should see more popping up, especially if you're driving north. Now, the bluebonnet, it was declared the state flower 125 years ago in March of 1901. Also, it's daylight saving time this weekend, meaning that you're going to lose an hour of sleep on Sunday.
Good news for a majority of us, except us who always wake up so early. But David Guerrero with our sister station in San Antonio breaks down why we still do this and what you can expect.
This Sunday at 2 in the morning, Texas clocks are going to spring forward by an hour for the start of daylight saving time, signaling the return of longer and brighter evenings despite the loss of an hour of sleep. So right now, sunsets are around 6:30 in the evening, but after the change, sunsets will occur after 7:30 in the evening, and this trend is going to continue throughout the springtime. By April, sunsets will approach 8 o'clock in the evening, extending time outdoors such as riverwalk strolls, or if you simply just want to enjoy the extra daylight after work. So this time change was set in 1966 with the Uniform Time Act, which created a nationwide schedule for when clocks move forward in the spring and back in the fall. But the practice is still debated today. Some researchers say the time shift disrupts sleep and could lead to short-term increases in accidents and health issues. And not every state participates, as places such as Arizona and Hawaii have the same time all year. Losing an hour of sleep may sting, but I know many Texans will welcome the later sunsets and brighter evenings ahead.
All right, 7:21 right now. Let's do some trending news here on 12 News Plus. And a lot less people, they're talking on the phone these days. But what if you could talk to your pet?
Interesting question. A company has unveiled the Pet Phone. It's a smart collar that lets dogs and cats alert their owners when they need attention. The device can detect barking, movement, or signs of agitation, then send a notification or even start a call. It also includes GPS tracking and a built-in camera, so owners can see exactly where their pet is in real time. Bo doesn't need that. She knows how to get our attention.
If it works so well, why are they displaying it on a stuffed cat?
Yeah, right?
Weird.
Yeah, that's the word. All right, well, Wendy's wants to pay you 6 figures. You heard that right, and guess what? It's just to eat.
Yeah, the fast food chain is on a nationwide search for a chief tasting officer. For $100 grand a year, you're going to taste menu items, create content, share creative feedback, and help Wendy's keep a pulse on what is trending in fast food. The job description says that applicants, they just need a mouth, a pulse, and a strong opinion about their food. And with a remote role, you can expect to go places like your local Wendy's or your couch. Now, to apply, you have to submit a video showing why you are the perfect personality to hire. And I have opinions. I feel like they're probably going to look for someone who's kind of a talented influencer to some degree and maybe in a bigger market, but surprise us, Southeast Texas, go out there and get that job.
Yeah, you just got to have a good following and a good personality.
Absolutely. All right. Unclaimed Baggage. It has released its annual report offering a glimpse into some of the quirkiest things that have turned up in 2025.
The list gets weirder and weirder every year. This year's includes a samurai sword, a meteorite, even a bionic knee. Gold was also a really common item, with gold bars, gold-plated golf clubs, and a set of gold diamond grills found in lost bags last year. The most common items were clothing and jewelry. 7:23 right now. Jeff will be back with your forecast.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/Golden Apple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards, every month on 12 News.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
We're working to get more information from Beaumont Police.
Join 12 News weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m., keeping you informed on what matters most.
And keep you safe when weather impacts your day.
Following the excitement with your team.
Covering local issues that matter in your community.
Watch 12 News at 6 and 10 p.m. and stream on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Welcome back at the bus stop. Mild conditions this morning, then we get warm as we head towards this afternoon. Maybe a few isolated showers with temperatures in the 80s as you make your way home. Along the coast today, a dense fog advisory is in effect right now. Southeastern winds at 15 knots, seas from 2 to 3 feet. Next high tides this evening at 4:27. Our sunrise was at 6:35. Our sunsets tonight at 6:19. You can see southeastern winds at 15 to 17 off Texas Point right now with water temperature near 70. Weather impact alert as we head towards your weekend. We could see some strong thunderstorms late Saturday. In general, scattered rain and a few thunderstorms over the weekend. So stay informed. Download the 12 News Plus app.
Coming up here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus, a Silsby animal control employee has been suspended after allegedly dumping the corpses of euthanized dogs. What we know about the investigation.
Plus, a Lumberton police officer is swapping patrol calls for cheer calls. Meet Coach Wade and see how he's lifting spirits in the community.
And a new partnership is aiming to prepare the next generation of Southeast Texas welders. How it's helping students meet a high local demand.
7:27, we'll be back.
Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Mark Armstrong.
And I'm Tia Johnson. The time now is 7:30. Let's take a look at your top stories this morning. First up, a Beaumont man is in jail after a theft in Evadale early Thursday morning. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office says Christopher Hand stole tools and equipment worth thousands of dollars from a property on FM 2246. Investigators used surveillance video to identify Hand's truck and later found him at a home in Beaumont. He was arrested and is being charged with felony theft. Officials say the stolen property is being returned to the owner.
Jefferson County jury sentenced Deontay Sostan to 10 years in prison after he was convicted of deadly conduct. Prosecutors say that he fired several shots at a vehicle with 3 people inside in 2024. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Court records showing that he's still facing 2 additional deadly conduct charges.
We're learning more about a fire early Thursday morning at Bridge City Family Dentistry on Texas Avenue. Fire crews arrived to find flames coming from the back of the building. Officials say the office suffered major fire, smoke, and water damage, and maybe a total loss. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Switching gears now to take a look at your forecast. We're right now taking a look at the skies of Beaumont. It's the 7:30 hour. You know what that means? It's time to hype it up a bit. Let's go ahead and check in with Dirty Dog
Jeff Gerber.
Oh my goodness.
He likes that.
We're going to hype up the forecast a little bit for this weekend thanks to weather impact alert with some rain coming in. Finally, we're getting some rain. We need it. We don't need the thunderstorms though, and there's a chance for maybe a few severe thunderstorms late Saturday night going into early morning hours on Sunday. So that time you kind of need to watch out. Otherwise, we're looking at scattered showers, especially I think once we get into the afternoon on Sunday, we could see just more of the way of some scattered showers instead of any strong thunderstorms or anything like that. Overall, maybe a couple of inches of rain come down for the weekend. There is a slight risk of maybe some wind and hail with some of those thunderstorms that we're going to be seeing late Saturday night. As we take a look at temperatures right now, generally around 70 degrees. You can see a lot of 70s out there. As we get outside, we'll see cloud cover this morning, maybe a little bit of sun this afternoon, and that should allow temperatures to get up close to 80 with a small chance of rain throughout the day.
12 News continues our coverage of big news out of Silsby. Mayor Danny Reno confirms to 12 News the city's lone animal control officer has been suspended amid an investigation into claims that he improperly disposed of dead animals. 12 News reporter Kimber Burchett visited the site yesterday. Sadly, she found even more animal carcasses. A warning, some of these details may be disturbing.
I think they've been doing it for quite some time. And when I say quite some time, I mean for few years.
Animal advocate Michelle Ladner runs Angels to the Rescue in Silsby. Last week, while bringing 2 dogs to the Silsby Animal Control Center, she made a shocking discovery.
When I was walking the dogs, I let them play in the creek right here, and we came upon a dead floating dog.
The other dog took off into the wooded area and came back with what she says was an animal bone in its mouth.
I seen 6 or 7 dogs right here at the ditch or the bank that still had fur meat on them, collars. I started taking pictures, I started walking, and then as you're starting to walk, you start seeing all these dogs and these bones.
She filed a police report.
The sergeant also walked back here with me, and we estimated about 20 dogs, if not more, when they came out and took the report from me.
12 News has not confirmed where the dogs came from, how they died, or how they ended up in the woods. Silsby police aren't releasing any details into their investigation. But 12 News did speak with Amy Perino, an instructor for the Texas Academy of Animal Control Officers, about what animal control officers do with animals once they are euthanized.
Once an animal has been injected with the sodium pentobarbital drug, the carcass itself must be properly disposed of.
If an ACO did euthanize an animal using this chemical, they could not theoretically dispose of an animal by just putting it in a black plastic bag and putting it in a garbage at the facility, correct?
That is correct.
She says if the dogs were improperly discarded after being euthanized with a chemical, that could come with legal issues.
It's very important that you go about that euthanasia humanely and that you be conducting it correctly.
Ladner just hopes whoever is responsible is held accountable.
Step up, speak up, and start fixing the problem that we have here.
That was Cameron Burchett reporting. 12 News also spoke to Police Chief Sean Blackwell. He tells us his department hears the concerns of the community and is putting a lot of effort into this investigation.
We have an update in the search for Beaumont's next city manager. City officials say that 13 candidates have applied for the position. The opening comes as current city manager Kenneth Williams is preparing to retire at the end of April. So we'll keep you posted as the city continues to work to fill that role. And a Lumberton police officer serving his community in more ways than one.
Yeah, Officer Wade Hendricks protects the public by day while lifting young athletes by night. Our very own Nick Canizales has this story.
By day, Lumberton police officer Wade Hendricks is working patrol, answering calls, helping neighbors, and stepping into tough situations most people never see.
You know, you don't get calls because people are doing good things. You get calls because something wrong is going on.
But when the badge comes off, the cheer shoes come on.
You got it. Just stretch it out a little bit.
Inside Cheertown, USA, Hendricks becomes Coach Wade, guiding young athletes through tumbling passes and tough routines. Many of them he's known for years.
I've known him ever since I was born. Like, I learned how to walk in this gym, and he's just been here since day one. To me, he means more than a coach. He has taught me so much, not only about cheer, but how to be a better person.
Coach Wade's cheer journey started in high school, first as the Lumberton mascot, then a scholarship at Blinn, later captain at Lamar University before heading to UCA. Those experiences now fuel his coaching.
Good. Reach back a little bit further for me.
He's an inspiration for college cheer. Like, I want to be like a good athlete like him one day.
Gym owner Robin Buckholt says he's been a part of Cheertown on and off for more than a decade.
It's really hard to find a guy that is great at tumbling, cheer, all the things, you know, and we just take him when we can get him.
Get those feet down quick.
And for athletes looking towards college cheer, Coach Wade's experience means everything.
He's helped me so much, especially in tumbling and in co-ed stunting. He taught me how to co-ed stunt, and that's going to help me a lot in college.
From spotting advanced skills to giving nervous kids confidence, Hendricks says coaching is the perfect balance to the stress of police work.
You know, you kind of get stressed out, you know, because it's not an easy job, and then you go there, and it's kind of like your happy place. You know, that's where you want to be.
Whether he's wearing a badge or coaching from the mat, Hendricks says the mission is the same: help people and lift them up.
I love making people smile and I love helping people. So as long as I can do that and continue to help people and be there for them, it's going to make me feel good too.
Well, welding is a career in high demand across Southeast Texas. That's according to the Texas Workforce Solutions. And now Hampshire Finette High School is making sure that its students are ready to meet that demand. District leaders, they say there's a new initiative that's going to increase the amount of qualified students ready to step into the field once they graduate. LaBelle, that's a company locally owned by a Hampshire Finette alumni, and they are partnering with the district on this effort.
Vice President Jeremy Mansfield will be looking at the curriculum with our teacher, Mr. Dylan Telger, in order to prepare our students for the industry-based certification in welding, but also ensure that we're using the best of our time with them to really hone in on their skills.
And this partnership is still in the works, but Hampshire Finette hopes that it's going to be a mainstay at the school.
Meanwhile, Port Arthur LNG is launching a new scholarship program aimed at helping Southeast Texas students pursue STEM careers. The Pathways to Port Arthur LNG Scholarship Fund will award 10 graduating seniors from Jefferson and Orange counties with up to 4 years of tuition and more. Students must plan to study a STEM field and attend one of several local colleges. They can apply until April 15th through the Foundation for Southeast Texas. A Southeast Texas cowboy is chasing a dream, his first time on Rodeo's biggest stage. 12 News reporter Derek Jones will be live in studio with those details up next. And coming up, spring forward safely, how to adjust to daylight savings and beat that grogginess.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
Are you at the mercy of your bladder? If leaks are keeping you from living your best life, you should know that it doesn't have to be that way. Incontinence can be treated. Don't wait to get the help you deserve. The National Association for Continence is a nonprofit organization that's helped millions get on the path to a life without leaks. Visit nafc.org now to download your free pelvic floor muscle training kit and become the boss of your bladder.
A Southeast Texas cowboy is stepping onto one of the rodeo's biggest stages for the very first time. This rookie steer wrestler will be pursuing his lifelong dream at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo starting this weekend. 12 News reporter Derek Jones in studio with more.
Tia, for many cowboys, making it to Houston is a career milestone. For rookie steer wrestler Wyatt Fields, it's a moment years in the making, one he said started with family and a love for rodeo. This year marks Wyatt Fields' rookie season as a professional steer wrestler and his first chance to compete at the Houston Rodeo. Fields says rodeo wasn't always the plan. Growing up, he actually dreamed of playing baseball, but after an injury changed those plans, he decided to follow in his father's footsteps and try steer wrestling. 5 years later, Fields says that decision has paid off, earning him a spot on one of rodeo's biggest stages.
You know, my dad, he rodeoed for a living, so that's where it kind of just, it come from that, really. Growing up around it, seeing it, everything, the crowds, bright lights, it was just always fun. New city all the time, and it's a heck of a life to live, I think.
Steer wrestling, also known as bulldogging, is one of rodeo's fastest and most physical events. Riders jump from their horse onto the running steer, working to wrestle it to the ground in just seconds. Wyatt's fastest steer wrestling takedown is 3.4 seconds. He'll be competing in the Houston Rodeo this upcoming weekend on the 8th at 3 p.m. and the 9th and 10th at 7 p.m. In studio, Derek Jones, 12 News.
Good luck to him. Thanks, Derek. Starting today in Orange, the Southeast Texas Craft Barbecue Festival is underway. Enjoy incredible barbecue, jet ski races, and much more. All the excitement is happening at the Riverside Pavilion, and the races will be nationally televised. The event is taking over the Sabine River with professional racers from across the country coming to Orange. The Liqui Moly Pro Watercross National Tour will run March 6th through the 8th at the City Boat Ramp, marking the first stop on the national racing circuit. The City of Orange says organizers want to showcase the riverfront.
So we've hosted some jet ski races throughout the years in the past. This is our first year working with the Pro Watercross group, and so we're glad to have them. It's usually pretty annually. It depends on their national tour and their jet ski schedule. We're just excited to have some outdoor activities, some water sports, and showcasing the Riverside in the Riverside Pavilion.
Saturday will also feature the Craft Barbecue Festival, bringing barbecue, live music, and activities to the pavilion. It starts at 11.
7:44 on this Friday morning. We have a weather impact alert for this weekend. Could see some stormy weather late Saturday going into the early morning hours on Sunday. There is a slight risk, maybe some gusty winds and some hail with some of these thunderstorms coming in late Saturday. We will see rain off and on throughout the weekend, maybe 1 to 2 inches by the time we get done with Sunday in total, maybe even some spots closer to 3 or 4 inches. but there will at least be some rain this weekend. You got to look at it as a kind of a good thing because we do need the rainfall. It's been so dry. But just be aware that there could be some strong thunderstorms over the weekend. Temperatures right now in the 70s. Everybody's jumped up into the 70s now, right at 70 in Woodville, Jasper, Kirbyville, also here in Beaumont, 71 in Port Arthur, 71 in Orange, and 72 in Silsby. Outside, we're seeing these low-level clouds all across southeast Texas. We're expecting those to lift a little bit and break up as we head towards later on this morning into this afternoon. This is the view from Jasper, the Jasper County Courthouse, brought to you by Provalis. And then we'll switch down to Port Arthur where we see that same low-level cloud deck. This camera brought to you by Market Basket, part of the Roofy 911 Live Skycam network. A little bit of a sprinkle here and there possible throughout the day. We've been seeing a little bit of light rain, mainly out towards our west for this morning. You can see a little bit of light rain from Dallas up into Oklahoma, maybe a little bit more in the way of a few showers towards Del Rio, but nothing too widespread out there. We'll go 20% coverage of maybe a few showers today. Right now on radar, it's quiet. We don't have anything, so heading out to work or school, you don't have to worry about any rain. Maybe this afternoon you might run into a shower, but today, or at least this morning, looks pretty quiet, even though we have a small chance of rain in there. Temperatures climbing from the 70s to the lower 80s today. It's going to be a nice warm afternoon. Yesterday we topped out about 82. Today we'll get pretty close to that, and we'll go with partly to mostly cloudy skies and south to southeasterly winds between about 10 to 15, so a warm, breezy day. Tomorrow morning we're going to start right around 70, some upper 60s as well, kind of like what we are this morning. But mostly cloudy, 20% coverage of a few showers. Temperatures around 80 to 83 today. For tonight, we'll drop back down into a lot of upper 60s, some lower 70s, especially south of I-10. And we'll see cloudy skies overnight, and we'll keep that small chance of a shower in the forecast heading into your early morning hours on Saturday. Really, it's looking like Saturday night going into Sunday morning when we see that gusty winds and hail possible. So just stay weather aware. Have that 12 News Plus app open and going for the weekend, and we'll let you know about any watches or warnings if we see anything like that. There's a good chance that we won't see any severe weather, just some good beneficial rainfalls over the weekend. 7-day forecast shows the weather impact alert for Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, we'll see a fairly dry period. Just a small chance early morning on Monday of a couple of showers. Another weather impact alert, though, comes into play on Wednesday of next week. We're expecting another round of maybe some heavier rain to come in on Wednesday with a good coverage there of around 60%. And then on Thursday, we'll go with rain chances coming down to 30% with cooler temperatures in the middle 70s.
All right, brace yourselves. Have that umbrella ready to go and good vibes.
Yeah, I mean, the pattern's changing a little bit to a little bit more wet pattern, so that's good news because we're behind for the year. We need the rain, so bring on a little bit of rain. Like you said, we don't want the Saturday, Sunday rains, but that's just what Mother Nature's given us.
That's right. All right, thank you, Jeff.
You bet.
And don't forget daylight saving time, that starts Sunday, so you're going to move your clocks ahead by an hour. And this shift, it doesn't have to take a toll on your sleep. Mandy Gaither has more on how to prepare now so that you can spring forward without losing any of those Z's.
It's that time of year again. Sunday, March 8th, spring forward an hour starting at 2 a.m.
With spring forward specifically, people tend to have a little bit more difficulty acclimating to it.
Michelle Drerup with Cleveland Clinic says data shows this shift in time can lead to a rise in cardiovascular events and accidents. Sleep disruptions can also affect mood due to grogginess, headaches, fatigue, and increased irritability.
We just want to be cautious if you're driving in those early mornings after the time change. Sometimes people may decide like, okay, I'm going to on that Monday morning, I'm not going to schedule anything that takes, a lot more focus or high kind of, attention task.
Drerup says preparing now before the time change is key. Start by gradually adjusting bedtime and wake time. Go to bed 15 to 20 minutes earlier and wake up 15 to 20 minutes sooner. She says it's especially important for children and teens.
So it's not a big hour chunk at one time.
Maximizing light exposure in the morning is also key. Drerup says opening the blinds and going outside to walk will help wake you up. And while it's tempting, she says to avoid midday snoozes and not to compensate with over-caffeination.
Which may help in that moment or for that day, but then potentially puts us at risk for having more difficulty falling asleep that night, depending on timing of when a nap or caffeine use is occurring.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, it's March, and that means thousands of students across Texas are going to start spring break soon. But before your kids take advantage of the warmer weather, it is important to remember these tips to keep them safe. Now, if you have a pool, whether it's in-ground or even just inflatable, you need to make sure that the area around it is secure. Always have life-saving equipment near the pool, like flotation devices. There are also pool alarms that are available to go off when waves are detected on the pool surface, like what would happen if a child fell in. Now, the CDC says that it is important that kids learn how to swim, how to tread water, how to turn on their backs and float, as well as how to use the pool's ladder. Now, with child safety, it can come down to the swimsuit that they're wearing. Experts recommend parents dress their kids in solid, bright colors that can't blend in with the water so that it's easier to spot a child in distress. Now, in lakes and dark bottom pools, neon orange, green, and yellow, they are the most visible, while in light bottom pools, it's neon orange and pink that work best.
Let's talk about spring break. Moody Gardens is rolling out brand new attractions just in time. Starting tomorrow, visitors can explore the new skeleton exhibit, watch the 3D film Penguins, A Love Story, tackle the ropes course and zip line, and stay in the newly renovated hotel as activities continue through the summer.
And sticking with Moody Gardens Daybreak, we're still giving away tickets every Friday for the next 3 weeks. Winners are going to get a family 4-pack of tickets, and the grand prize winner on March 20th is also going to get a one-night hotel stay and a round of golf for 2. So go to 12newsnow.com/contest to enter.
7:51. Happy Friday. When Daybreak returns on 12 News Plus, we'll have more news and weather in your morning rush out.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now, weekdays noon, only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers, to the pipeline technicians and plant operators, to the chemists, custodians, and contractors, and the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers, to the people working day after day keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a Power City, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business. Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
Welcome back to Daybreak. 7:54 right now. Time for your morning rush out.
Here's everything you need to know as you start your day. Silsby Mayor Danny Reno says the city's animal control officer was suspended amid claims he improperly disposed of dead animals. A local animal advocate made the discovery and filed a police report. Silsby police aren't releasing details, but Chief Sean Blackwell says his department is putting a lot of effort into its investigation.
Higher gas prices amid tension in the Middle East. They are causing concern for Southeast Texans. According to AAA, in Orange and Jefferson counties, the average jumped to about $2.74 a gallon, and Hardin County close to $2.75. Local mechanics say you can improve fuel efficiency with basic car maintenance.
The Southeast Texas Craft Barbecue Festival kicks off tomorrow at the Riverside Pavilion in Orange. But the jet ski races start today. Professional racers from across the country will take over the Sabine at the city boat ramp, marking the first stop on a national racing circuit. Coordinators say the event will help showcase local food and culture.
Temperatures out there for this afternoon into the lower 80s at about 81. And then Saturday and Sunday, we are looking at temperatures into the upper 70s and around 80 degrees. And we have a good chance of rain coming in, so we do have a weather impact alert as we go towards the weekend. And Monday and Tuesday, we're looking at a small chance of rain on Monday, a drier forecast there. And then on Wednesday, we have another weather impact alert, a 60% coverage of rain on Wednesday, cooler weather behind that.
All right, streaming next on 12 News Plus, we'll have the latest updates on the conflict in Iran and the impacts here at home as Americans scramble to evacuate the area. Be sure to tune in.
Reasons to Smile, sponsored by Reisinger and Valls Orthodontic Specialists.
And here's a reason to smile. Lumberton Police Officer Wade Hendricks is moonlighting at Cheertown, USA, where the kids know him as Coach Wade. Now, from spotting tumbling passes to building confidence, Officer Hendricks uses his college cheer experience to mentor young athletes. He says the gym gives him a chance to help people beyond the badge.
You love to see these kids every day, and you make a difference in their life, and they're great people. You work with great people, and it kind of takes the stress off this job.
It's really hard to find a guy that is great at tumbling, cheer, all the things, you know, and we just take him when we can get him.
Hendricks says that he plans to keep helping people both on the streets and on the mats.
Look at him go.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. Absolutely. You can pull that off. It's funny to see a cop who's also a cheer coach.
All right. Thanks for watching.